Hey YouTube, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I am back with, yes, The Walking Dead is back. We have a reaction video, Season 7, Episode 9, which was entitled A Rock in the Road. I don't know about you guys, but I have been waiting so patiently for this show to come back. I'm really looking forward to this, guys. I think this episode is going to be a little bit longer than usual, so I'm going to jump right in so we can talk about it afterwards. Let's get this going. All right. Where are you going? Okay, that's food? Why is he taking all the food? Me no likey. What? What the hell is he doing? Taking gas too?
We aren't trade partners, we aren't friends, and we never met. We don't know each other.
God. This man still has no spine.
Sometimes we don't get to choose what our life looks like. Sometimes, Ricky, you have to count the blessings you have.
How many people
You just called him Ricky?
How many people here can...
We have Margaret. It doesn't even matter.
Rick's face.
What is it?
Like,
Start a platoon of sorghum farm?
When people have the chance to do the right thing, they usually step up. I mean, people just...
Let me stop you before you break into song, okay? And, by the way, rhetorical, okay? I don't want to know. I don't want to hear another word about any of it. Hey,
Ian says that you want Gregory to get us to fight the Saviors with you. Is that true? Yes. Do you think we could win? That we really could beat them? Us? I do.
right answer, but
I think it's time to introduce you to Ezekiel. King Ezekiel.
King?
yes, king. Kind.
Who dares to trespass on the sovereign land of the...
Oh, shit. Jesus, is that you?
Wait, he went from medieval times to, oh shit.
Who are all these people, Paul?
The car stays outside. You gotta hand over your guns.
We only have two.
He says with so much sadness. We only have two.
You know, Richard, I've never seen you smile. I think that's gonna change today.
Richard likes to go cry in his abandoned school bus full of glass. Hello, Sheba.
Jesus!
Woo.
It pleases me to see you, old friend. It pleases him indeed. Terry, what's
Jesus!
King Ezekiel?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention.
Yeah, Tiger.
This is Rick Grimes, the leader of Alexandria, and these are some of his people.
I welcome you all to the kingdom.
He just forgot to mention that he is a
What
tiger.
brings you to
Detail.
our land? Morgan, what say you?
No, let's not ask Morgan.
If we can find another way, we have to. Maybe it's just about leaving, just capturing him, holding him, maybe.
Stop talking, Morgan, please, for the love.
Yeah. When she was gonna fill it up, she saw something in it. It was a bag of gold. Alright.
Heel toe out here. Bend at your knees. You want to keep quiet. I heard you from a mile away.
Carol, I need you. Need you to train this new generation of soldiers.
When
That would be the day I'd ever put my
What's all
face
this
that close
for?
to explosives.
Wait.
How about we not hurry? The woman who's disarming the bomb that will kill us all? But I don't think I'd be cool with my kid trying to dislodge explosives from a... Look at my RIchonne tag team. Oh my god! What? No! That is disgusting and awesome.
You're gonna need it if it turns up with you people. And it won't turn out the way it did
What do
for
you mean
boy.
by you people?
He left. He didn't leave a note. He obviously doesn't want to be found.
Yes, he does.
Oh, so it's gotta
So
be
that's
that guy,
finally
the
leaving
guy, the boot that we saw last season. Because he's the only person who would have known that Rick and Aaron were out at the boat before.
Sick of being so damn.
What the? Oh snap! Oh. Holy sh! It's not looking good. No. Wait. Did Rick just smile? Oh my gosh, that's it? That's it? That's all. So that was A Rock in the Road, which I think it was good. I think it was a great welcome back after a 2-month hiatus. Where do we start? I guess we should start from, we'll start from the end, which was also the beginning of the episode with Father Gabriel suddenly seeming like he was just grabbing a bunch of stuff and maybe bailing on the team. But I was just thinking that whole thing, that makes no sense anymore, because just like Rick said, Father Gabriel's not really, he's not the way he was when like they first met him. Like he's gone through a bit of a metamorphosis, like a lot of the people have. It didn't make sense that suddenly Father Gabriel was developing like going back to his fearful self. But now that we saw at the end that he went back to the boat and he wrote boat inside of the ledger, Olivia's ledger. It looks like we saw that boot. Remember in the, I think it was episode 8, when they went to go get the food in that boat and everything, all the supplies in that boat. There was this somebody with a boot that just kept, all we saw was their foot in this boot in the distance. So I think that's the only other person that would have known that Rick and Aaron went to the boat, because they didn't tell anybody else, and they certainly didn't tell Father Gabriel. So it had to be whoever, I don't know, maybe we're gonna meet that person, maybe they were in that crowd, I don't know. But now I'm thinking, looking at the end that we saw at the beginning, that Father Gabriel was not alone. Like just the camera work obviously made it look like he was acting on his own, but I think one of these guys, maybe the guy, because remember the guy in the boot showed up at Alexandria, so he knew where Rick and Aaron had come from. So it looks like he must have followed them back, waited for his opportunity when he saw Rick and the group leave, and then he probably went and basically they threatened Father Gabriel into taking back basically what Rick took. But what's important, and I think the reason now that I'm thinking about it, that we're seeing Rick smile when being surrounded by, I mean, God, there had to be at least 50 kids, and they're all young looking, but yeah, like maybe 50-ish people in that little meadow. They all had weapons. They clearly were not afraid to come out and try to fight. I think what Rick was thinking was, holy crap, like this is numbers and weapons, the two things we've been asking for all damn day and getting no's in our faces. So yeah, and clearly whoever these people are, sorry, my voice is cracking because I'm still going through puberty. Clearly these people don't want Rick dead, because if they wanted that, they could have killed, from what we saw there, I mean, they must have seen Rick and his group coming from a while back, so they probably could have picked them off long before they got to that place. They were lured into that location. I'm thinking they must want to talk. I mean, they still have Gabriel too, so maybe Gabriel's been trying to negotiate with these guys since he's left. I'm hoping that he's been making himself useful. We can go into Hilltop. Oh my God, Gregory. You are so special, Greg. You are so special. Unsurprisingly, Gregory is not wanting to play ball with Rick in the group. He's a coward. We've known this for a while. And he did not want to join the group. He basically told Rick, in no uncertain terms, or Ricky, I guess, Pretty Ricky, that he was not interested, wasn't giving up any people. Please leave out the back, because I don't want nobody to see you that you were here. Gregory wants nothing of it, but thankfully, Enid, who apparently has been making really good use of her time outside of the closet, went and talked to the people of Hilltop and let them know like why Rick was there and what he was proposing. And thankfully, a handful of them were like, hey, if this is what you're actually gonna do, we're here for it. Like, we're tired of having to rely on, you know, the pregnant lady and Sasha to protect us when our own leader was holed up in his office and refused to do anything. So then we got Jesus bringing the group to the kingdom and Kang Ezekiel, and oh my God, it was just as glorious as I was hoping it would be. That actor, Kari, I can't remember his last name, who plays King Ezekiel, does such a good job of that over-the-top, theatrical, just too much, but just enough ness that we need to portray Ezekiel and who he tries to be in this world. Just the reaction to the tiger and reaction to, you know, the way that Ezekiel speaks in his overtures was classic. But the fact that they managed to hold it together, even though I know Rick had no time for that, it was impressive, as was that whole story that Rick gave, you know, that gave us the title of the episode, The Rock and the Road, about basically a metaphor saying that if you know that there's an obstacle or something that's wrong and you just keep ignoring it, even though it might have affected you personally, if you just sit back and pretend that, you know, it's not a big deal, or just hope that nobody else suffers the same fate but don't do the same thing, it makes you a part of the problem. I mean, it's a very interesting story, and I think it's, I mean, I don't know how long ago these episodes were written, but considering what's going on in the world today, it's a very apropos message for, you know, the whole idea of standing up for what's right and not necessarily standing back with your hands on your laurels when there's things happening that maybe don't directly affect you, because it may not affect you now, but at some point it could. Really kind of a timely message, but obviously really very appropriate for what the situation that all these communities are in right now, facing up against Negan and the Saviors. So they go through all of that, and it looks like they have a really good argument, and that maybe Ezekiel is thinking about being swayed, but then they ask Morgan, and God, Morgan. Like, I love Lenny James as an actor, and I don't dislike Morgan's character entirely, because I know there's potential for him to be just an absolute badass, but it's just driving me nuts. This moral crisis is still happening with him. I need him to figure out what his deal is. I understand him not wanting to actively engage in things that will cost life, but you know, as Rick said to Gregory, it's been started. The domino effect has already been kicked off. Like, you know, the lines have been crossed. We already know this. And I mean, because of Rick's actions, all the other communities are going to feel the repercussions of that. The two things that kind of became clear to me in this episode where Morgan and Carol were concerned is that they are absolutely needed for what's to come, because if they do, like I said, get the kingdom involved, if they do get those people from the Hilltop involved, and whoever the heck this gang is that they found in the car junkyard, if they're all involved, I'm thinking most of them probably do not have proper arms training or combat training, and they're going to need people like Carol and like Morgan who've lived out there and really experienced life, and who can actually teach something to really help, you know, arm them for what's to come with the Saviors. So the other cool thing in the belt was the whole thing with Michonne and Rick. Okay, my hashtag Team Michonne. I love them so much. Love that they're in sync again. The two of them driving with that cable and just mowing walkers down. Like just extreme garroting all the way down. Just the fact that they were so in sync with that. Of course, that really awesome moment in the car where she's You know, Rick is clearly, even though they did it, he's a little like amped up and a little shaken from what's happened, and having her be the one to sit there and be like, you know, you can breathe, you can smile, like, we did this, we're still ticking, we didn't lose anybody, like, we can do this. This was a super great episode. I'm glad it's back. I'm glad my show is back. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching with me, and if you did, please click like. And what do you guys think about this episode? Was there anything that stood out to you? Do you think Father Gabriel is still on the level, or do you think maybe he's working with these kids now? Leave your comments below. I'd really like to read them. If you want to see more from this geeky face, feel free to subscribe. Until next time, guys, have a fantastic one. See ya. Bye.